Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. I have come this evening for yet another State of the Nation broadcast. In response to the invasion, killing in Biafra land by the Nigeria Boko Haram-controlled military and the bandits in the name of Ebubago that are operating in Biafra land, and they are not Biafrans. Without wasting much of your time, on this day, the 8th day of November 2022, dear Biafrans, families and friends, and those who are with us today in the liberation phase of Biafra. We need to pay attention and at the same time to pay some respect to those who were dear to us that today have lost their lives, and those who also have lost their properties to the Nigeria terrorist government. Also to those who may have lost their businesses, those who lost their businesses in Onitsha, those who lost their businesses in Imo State, those that their market and shops were burnt in Izombe, those that the Nigeria terrorist Fulani masterminded the bombardment of their properties in Lagos, those in Kano. Each day we come to give a broadcast like this, we have to remember all those atrocities against Biafra people across Nigeria. Yesterday was yet another sad day for Biafrans. Today also is still yet again another sad day for Biafra. We've seen how the Nigeria army, controlled by Boko Haram, as everybody knows, invaded a community called Izombe, and they burned the businesses of Biafrans and destroyed their properties. I am going to show just a very brief clip. What you are looking at is the evidence
Izombe market is burnt.
Of the bombardment of Biafra.
Izombe market.
Unprovoked.
Everywhere is burnt.
While all these are happening every blessed day, those who call themselves politicians in Biafra land, you will not hear them speak. The responsibility is therefore on us from today. We speak for them. We fight for them. We protect them. We give them security. And this has been the plight of Biafrans and every other indigenous nationality in Nigeria. You buy yourself a security, you buy yourself water, you pay your school, you buy social amenity for yourself, you pay for your own security. At the end, the only thing you have left is a terrorist Nigeria with fraud, Nigeria with scammers, and all those names as a result of the Janjaweed policies that have destroyed your future. Today, I can assure you that Biafrans have raised men and women of valor. Today, we can beat our chests and say, those who died in their millions during the Biafra genocide have given birth to men. And these men have risen up, and we will take it upon Nigeria and upon ourselves to liberate our people and free them from this bondage. 2 years ago, a community in Biafra land called Ohofia resolved to boycott every consumption of beef in response to this particular invasion of Fulanese. The scorched earth policy of the rampaging Fulani terrorists masquerading themselves as herdsmen. Ohofia community took it upon themselves and they banned, they boycotted everything that has to do with beef. As I speak to you today, the Nigeria-controlled terrorist government till tomorrow, the Nigeria Army barracks at the Ebem Ohofia doubled today as a cattle colony and a safe haven for the Fulani kidnappers. To the knowledge of the Nigeria authority, especially the commanding officer of the Nigeria Army, which is giving them security and cover-up. As I speak to you today, because of the singular act of the Ohofia people, boycotting of the Fulani evil meat, just this past week, over 50 civilians were killed. And the houses of people in Ohofia sit ablaze. And the Ohofia commander or garrison commander is still bragging, boasting how he's going to spill more Biafra blood in our own land. A lot is happening, and probably because the November we have entered is the official month, the liberation of Biafra will start. I want to remind you today, you know, in a failed state like Nigeria, terrorists take advantage of the failed state, and each time they perpetrate this terrorism or terrorist attack, the ignorant citizen, immediately after each terror attack, will help them to tell a different narrative without investigation. This has been favoring the caliphate and the terrorist Nigeria. This narrative must change. Biafrans, from today, whatever happened in your vicinity, you do not need to tell the story. Because we are under terrorist attack. We are under foreign Fulani invasion sponsored by the Nigeria government, and they can come and they can attack in different ways. So therefore, the narrative must change. You must not conclude on anything whenever such attack happen. the Nigeria terrorist government understand how ignorant some of you in Nigeria are. And each time they mastermind the attack, they will allow you to tell the story. Just like today, attack in Ogogu Market, in the health bridge of Onitsha. You listen to the story of ignorant traders telling you chemical explosion. What chemical explosion? That was a terrorist attack. You don't give them the narrative that favors their terrorism. You must not give them the narrative that favors them. We are changing it from tonight. Today, there is a mural in the Zombe town of Imo State where many people lost their lives in Nigeria. Boko Haram control military joined with a Bubago terrorist attack in that community yesterday, being the 7th day of November 2022. We are yet to know the numbers of people that they killed. We are yet to know numbers of victims of this particular attack. Businesses of Biafrans, properties of Biafrans, the market of Biafrans were burned down to ashes. Yet, no single politician in Biafra land is talking. Do you understand the reason why we are going to burn down every INEC office in Biafra land from tonight? We'll bring them down. We are not going to allow any representative from tonight anywhere in Biafra. It is going to take time, but I will tell you today, it is a step at a time. One step at a time. The revolution have just begun. It is going to be a gradual process. And you must listen to the instruction. I want to remind you, Biafra people, we are mourning victims of terrorism, victims of attack, victims of those who have fallen into the Nigeria terrorist-controlled army in Biafra land. Both those killed by the state actors and non-state actors. Each of their lives were different in their unique ways. They came from different places and background, yet they all suffered the same absurd fate. Like hundreds of others in the street of Olu, in the street of Ihala, in Nsukka, in Onichibweze, in Iguacha, and other parts of Biafra land and beyond. The same fate has befallen many Biafrans, and nobody, no elected official from Biafra land ever spoke for them. Nobody has ever raised their voice to speak on behalf of the people that suffered to elect them to represent them in Nigeria, Evo state. None. No one is speaking. The governors are the one bringing them to kill. Only those who support their government and their annihilation and killings are those that are benefiting from them. Every other person in Nigeria struggle for everything you do in your life. You will struggle to go to school. You will struggle to get water to drink. You will struggle to build your own road. You will struggle to get electricity for yourself. You will struggle to go and pay for medical bills. You will struggle everything in your life. You are going to struggle to get. Yet, after all this struggling and trying to make your life meaningful, the Fulani from foreign land will come and destroy it in one day. And every 4 years, you will stand up and go to suffer yourself and vote. In the process of voting, you risk your life, and some of you get killed by political thuggery. We need a nation that you will be treated like a human being. We need a nation, just Biafra, where the human life will be valid. I'm telling you, we remember each and every one of you. The fire in Onitsha Market, the bomb explosion in Ablado, Lagos, the burning of market in Kano. The list can go on and on. Today, we have been bombarded again at Onitsha Ogbogu Market. This day, which is a very historic day in the liberation of Biafra, we also remember each and every one of you who lost your businesses and properties and everything you have labored for. But I want to tell you today, remembrance must lead to action every day. After every terrorist attack by the Nigeria state against Biafra, we all try to go back to our normal lives. Yet, the victims and their families, for the survivors of this particular evil attack by the Nigeria state, that is just impossible. They can never go back to their normal life. It is impossible. Nigeria is a country where there is no insurance scheme. Once your business is gone, it is gone. You will be reduced to a nomadic lifestyle. So it is impossible for the victims of Ahia Ogbogu to go back to their normal life. It is impossible for the victim of Izombe to go back to their normal life. It is impossible for these people who have been victim of a Nigeria state to go back to their normal life. That is why we must all stand in solidarity with them and support their need, while we continue to work to ensure that these tragedies do not happen again without retaliation. I want to tell you, first of all, we must stand by the survivors of this Nigeria terrorist government attack and their families. Those who have lived with the scars of Nigeria Fulani terrorist act need special support. That is why we are working very hard to liberate Biafra by 2023, so that Biafra can help them and rebuild their lives in a very short period. Otherwise, nothing else will ever work for them. We understand that in quest for Biafra liberation and freedom next year, they initiated the change of Naira note. We want to tell them that we know that was coming. And we don't want to make public statement on that. everybody will pay the price. Biafrans and Biafra government, when restored, will give them support and will also facilitate compensation when possible and to help them get back to a normal life as soon as possible. The second thing I want to mention to Biafra today is the Biafra freedom will heal all this wound that Nigeria government has inflicted on you. The wound of slavery. And this particular healing of this wound will bring lasting peace to Africa. Poverty and hunger can be fought through inclusion and education. And that is the only thing that will heal this particular wound. And Biafra will make it possible. This is the reason Biafra must be preached to our children, young ones, and our business places. This must be done every day in our communities, in our schools, in our public debate. And I'm happy that we have succeeded, and today our children are all listening to the awareness of the Biafra freedom. The third thing I want to mention this evening, which is very crucial, that every person in our Biafra provinces has the right to feel safe in their street and in their homes. And this requires cooperation within every agitating group. This I will continue to put emphasis on. We need to work together to tackle this Nigeria terrorist network across our state, to deny them the access to intels against our security network. By joining forces, we can maintain our community as area of freedom and security. This we have also been able to achieve. And we have recorded huge success in the past 4 months. I must tell you today that the commanders of the Eastern Security Network have dealt mercilessly with terrorists attacking our people. And have worked very, very well to make our communities and farmland safer. Those of you in Biafra land, you can testify to this. Those who couldn't go to their farmland 3 years ago, you understand this better now than anyone else. But today, we are faced with another dangerous challenge. The challenge of kidnapping by the Fulani terrorists in collaboration with the Nigerian army, controlled by Boko Haram. They are now the biggest challenge in Biafra land. They took guns, they took armored tanks, they have military uniform, and they come in Biafra land in the name of Operation Golden Dawn and whatever nonsensical name they give them. All they do is to stand on checkpoint, kidnap our people, give cover to criminals and the terrorists from the Sahel. And they kidnap 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers away from their military checkpoint. Everything that glitters is not gold. The time to fight the Fulani repentant Boko Haram that are now in our land in the name of military in Nigeria is not aftermath of their destruction of Izombe. It is not aftermath of them attacking Ihiala. It is not aftermath of attacking Olu. It is not aftermath of attacking Osuka. It is not aftermath of attacking Iguacha. It is every day. And every day we will fight them. At the same time, we will be fighting the liberation of Biafra. We also take solemn vow to eradicate terrorists, both those in uniform and those, the non-state actors from Biafra land, and to build a Biafra that is freer and more secured for our women and our children. The attack yesterday in Izombe has shown the fear they have over Biafra coming in 2023. When you look at the market, does it look like a place where you have gunmen? Does the market look like a place where you have gunmen camping? Does it look like a place you have the Liberation Force of Biafra? Does it look like a place you have the Eastern Security Network? The answer is no. So I must tell you that the continual burning and destruction of our villages by the Nigerian military have shown the fear over Biafra coming in 2023. They simply want us to start our campaign. And let me tell you today, we are ready for that campaign. The campaign will not come the way they want it. We decide how we are going to carry out this campaign. We decide how we are going to fight them. They are not going to tell us how we fight them. We decide how to fight them and how we will fight them and when we will start fighting them. This attack against innocent Biafrans have helped us to build the case we have against Nigeria. And from tonight, we're going to make a very strong pronouncement. So responding to the killings of people in Izombe, in response to the burning of our market in Biafra land and beyond, to the destruction of Biafra market, businesses, properties across Biafra land and beyond, the Biafra Liberation Force has declared from tonight economic war against the evil terrorist Nigeria economy. Until the last day, Biafra will exit Nigeria. From tonight, we have officially declared economic war. I'm going to explain what this economic war means. The economic war and sabotage will be taken directly to all oil installation and oil pipelines across Biafra land, taking effect from tonight. From tonight, our target is to make sure that everything Nigeria government have done to Biafra people in their market, we are going to inflict the same pain to everything that brings money to the economy of Nigeria. From tonight, our aim as we enter the liberation of Biafra from today is that everything that Nigeria is getting from Biafra land, we are going to crush them as a response to the destruction of our businesses and market. In our preparation and the readiness to further stop Nigeria from conducting election in Biafra in 2023, from tonight, every INEC office in Biafra land will suffer the same fate, just like Izombe market suffered. Every INEC office anywhere in Biafra territory will suffer the same fate, just like Izombe suffered, just like Ihiala suffered, just like Olu suffered, just like Ahia Ototo suffered, just like all the market in Biafra land that the Nigeria terrorist government have ordered the bombardment. They will all suffer the same fate from tonight. Every INEC office in Biafra land will be treated the same way. the best self-defense is to attack. We therefore call on all Biafrans to keep off from any INEC office in your area. Keep off, distance yourself from there. Because those INEC offices will suffer the same fate that Nigeria government have given to our businesses and our communities. From tonight, the fight and the liberation of Biafra from Nigeria has begun. And in the coming days, we are going to make more pronouncement and more directives will be given. The liberation of Biafra is now official. And finally, every action coming from the coming days, we are going to make it more pronounced. And the directive will come as we go on. The liberation of Biafra for the second time is now official. And finally, every action coming from Biafrans are also geared at releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. We thank our Oduduwa Yoruba brothers and our alliances. The historic alliance that we have formed will remain, and we just started. May God bless Biafra. May God bless Oduduwa nation as we wait for other nations from Nigeria. May God bless you all, the Biafra people. Thank you.